understand, brothers and sisters, our years have been reduced to 80 years. Now, 2 Peter 3 verse 8. Let's see what it says. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 8. He said, Beloved, be not ignorant for one thing. Beloved, be not for one thing. It says what? Beloved, be not beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years at one day. One day is like 1,000 years in the eyes of God, and 1,000 years is like one day. Now, understand. See, we were supposed to live forever, like Adam, you see? But today, our years have been reduced. Let's get Genesis 23, verse 1. Genesis chapter 23 and verse 1. Let's see what it says. And Sarah was 107 and 20 years old. Sarah was 127 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah. She died as 127 years old. All right. Now, Genesis 25 verse 7 and 8. Let's get that of Abraham. Genesis 25 verse 7. And these are the days of the years of Abraham life which he lived, and 160 and 15 years. A score is what? 20. 103 score. 3 score is 60, and plus 15 years, that is 75. Abraham died at the age of 175. Remember, God called Abraham his friend, 175 years. But today we cannot even live up to 80 years. But remember, the Lord ordained us to live forever if we keep his commandment. All right. Remember, God said the days of his people shall be like the days of trees. So now let's go back to 2 Ezra. 2 Ezra, the topic is heaven. We are dealing with heaven, but we need to understand some certain things. 2 Ezra 7 verse 32. Let's get back to 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 32. Verse 32 is say, and the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence, and the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed unto them. So, we understand there will be regeneration. People will be regenerated on earth. A lot of people don't believe this. People will be regenerated. So, what is actually happened today is Ezekiel 37. Let's get to Ezekiel 37. Ezekiel chapter 37. Let's start with verse 1. Ezekiel 37, let's start with verse 1. It says, the hand of the Lord was upon me, and carried me out of the spirit of the Lord. Carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which were full of bones. Verse 2, and caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were many, very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. Now, understand this. I hope the bones were dry, right? This is Ezekiel 37 happening today as we are talking. The bones were dry. Who are the bones? The Bible itself will explain who the bones are. The bones were very dry, right? Let's continue to read. Verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, can this bone live? Son of man, can this bone live? And I answered, and I answer, O Lord God, thou knowest. Verse 4. Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Verse 5. Thus said the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Now, let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Verse 5. Cause breath and enter into you, and ye shall live. That was verse 5, right? What is the breath? Let's get to Genesis 2, verse 7. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 7. Let's see what the breath is. Genesis chapter 2 and verse 7. It says what? Genesis 2 verse 7. For the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man become a living soul. What breath was that? Commandment. The commandment. The commandment is the breath. God did not breathe or into his nostrils. No, God give him laws, statutes, and commandments. That is the bread. All right. If you go to Baruch 4 verse 1, let's get there. Let's get there to Baruch chapter 4 verse 1. Remember, precept must be upon precept. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. Let's get that. Chapter 4 verse 1. You see, this is the book of the commandment of God and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but all such that live it shall die. So the commandment is the bread. Now most of you don't understand. This is the Old Testament, right? The Old Testament. This is now the New Testament, and now this is the Apocrypha. Baruch is in the Apocrypha. So most of people don't even understand that the Bible is written in 3 parts. Most of them don't have the Apocrypha. So